It's been the backbone of naval aviation for 4 decades, and now, as President Donald Trump has repeatedly called attention to the program, the F-18 is getting a second life. Last week, the final 2017 federal budget allotted $1.1 billion for 14 new Super Hornet fighter jets. While it wasn't the 24 fighter jets at $2.3 billion the president had proposed in his supplemental budget proposal, it marked a win nonetheless. The original Defense Department budget proposal, released early last year, had requested none. We've always thought that the Navy buying additional Super Hornets made sense because they need airplanes to last into the 2040s, said Dan Gillian, head of Boeing's New York Stock Exchange, BA, FA-18 and AA-18 programs. Of course Boeing would think that, and it may have made sense. Still, until recently, the F-18 program had been viewed by many to be a production line on life support, as newer planes including Lockheed Martin's New York Stock Exchange, LMT, F-35 Joint Strike Fighter roll-off assembly lines and into future U.S. carrier air wings. Now, St. Louis and the fighter business stays on for the next round of programs, said Richard Abulafia, vice president of analysis at Virginia-based industry consultancy Teal Group. It didn't look like that would be the case a year ago. Super Hornet orders had been expected to be down by end of decade. Boeing's St. Louis, Missouri-based F-18 assembly line complex is currently turning out AA-18G Growlers, the jamming planes outfitted from Super Hornets, for the fiscal 2015 budget year. That year the Navy only ordered Growlers. The following year's budget included 5 Super Hornets, but the 2017 budget that just passed through Congress is the one that will prove to be an inflection point. Today we're producing 2 shipsets per month, Super Hornets and Growlers, in this factory, said Gillian, clad in safety goggles as he walks the plant floor, past stations stocked with workers and plane parts. As we think about the U.S. Navy's demands for additional airplanes to address the Super Hornet shortfall, as we think about their international demands, we can see that going up to 3 or 4 per month sometime in the early 20s, he said. Boeing anticipates the U.S. Navy will purchase at least another 100 FA-18s in the 5 budget cycles beginning with 2018, ensuring its place on aircraft carriers through the next 2 decades. The long game, however, isn't the plane it's gearing up to manufacture for its 2016 and 2017 orders. Rather, it's the adoption of a new version called Block III, which Boeing hopes the Navy will opt for before the decade is out. Block III has a longer life cycle, and more advanced avionics that would better complement the F-35C, AA-18G Growler, and other planes comprising the air wing. The aircraft would act as a smart node on the naval fighter network, Gillian said. Block III is based off of the advanced Super Hornet the company first unveiled in 2013, though today's version focuses less on stealth and more on capability. The general idea, a stealthy F-35 could conduct short-range reconnaissance and transmit the data back to the Super Hornet, which loaded with weapons, could pack the needed punch from farther away. It's this plane that Trump likely had in mind when he asked Boeing to price a comparable plane to the 5th generation, stealthy F-35, a move that caused industry experts to balk but also spurred a Pentagon review of the 2 fighters' operational capabilities. Still, Gillian is quick to stress that Boeing has been engaged in FA-18 discussions with the Navy for years now, amid inventory shortages. Earlier this year, Navy officials disclosed that 2 out of every 3 F-18 fighter planes in its fleet are out of commission on any given day, awaiting repairs. They've been flown hard in a post-9/11 world, which coupled with maintenance backlogs tied to budget cuts, has resulted in a serious maintenance bottleneck for all planes. That coupled with delays for the naval variant of the F-35, which is now expected to be operational in 2018, and the Navy faces a fighter jet shortfall. This is the reason, analysts point out, the service has been pursuing more Super Hornet purchases as it pares back F-35C orders, even before Trump entered the Oval Office. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe.